Yeah, we finally got Fly Rod moved into my shop. Just in the nick of time. Winter's coming on and a lot more rain than we had all summer for sure. So I got a dry place and a fairly warm place to work. But the other day I was working on her, and maybe somebody out there knows better than or can help me out with this. I was doing her bodice here, her jacket, and in the picture here shows her jacket buttoning the way a man's garment does today, so like that, as opposed to like that. And you don't find women's garments these days that button that way. So I was wondering if they had put the negative in backwards when they printed the picture, because that happened all the time. I see guns that are all backwards and stuff like that. But I have an article of clothing. It's a kind of a woman's cape from the same Victorian period. And I thought, I'll check that out. And so I did. And it actually buttons over this way as well. So my curiosity is, when did that whole thing happen in women's fashion? Or a lot of times people were making their own clothes back then, and maybe people just did it however they wanted to do it. But it's a curiosity. I didn't want to misrepresent something because I can't take it back once it's done. So that was my big dilemma. But I think after looking at that cape, I'm just going to do it the way the photograph shows. Well, since we saw it last on video anyway, I have at least roughed out the handle of the fishing pole and the reel. Again, I need to determine which side of the reel the handle is for cranking it up. And so I got the hand kind of roughed in a little bit, and I know where everything's going to be. And what I do generally is, it's like you got to get reacquainted with it if you haven't been on, every day working on it, like I wish I could. So I pick an area and I start that I know is obvious needs attention. Then I work on that area. And while I'm working on that area, I glance over and I see something that bugs me over here. And if it bugs me bad enough, I'll put this chisel down, grab a different one, and start working on that area. And that I keep chasing it all around. And basically, might sound a little insane, but what it does is it kind of reduces it all kind of together that way. Like I can't really take one section and finish it like I did the hand. That was kind of an obvious thing, but it has to melt almost like a block or ice carving melting. It all melts together. So you got to take it down kind of all together, and it just leads you from one thing to another. Like I started working on her belly area and stuff, and then found myself up and over her shoulder, and then I started working on the creel, and ultimately getting her waistline brought around so it all matches and meets and ends up with the form that she had, which she's a tall, slender lady, and so you can't just do one section, you got to do the whole thing. And I do love the time that I can spend on it.